Let me get straight to it. There's a right way of doing things and a wrong way of doing things. And this Carolina Panthers organization, this team, this franchise, this business just handled this whole situation in the wrong way. I want to go ahead and talk about the situation right here because there is a lot to get into here and there's almost not enough time. We have not enough time at all. But thanks to the coronavirus, we might have almost too much time actually. You know, we might have enough time to go on this topic for days on end. And please believe me, this will not be my only video talking about this complete misstep. And misstep's putting it very lightly. I don't want to get demonetized right now, but check it out. This tweet here from Ian Rappaport is telling us a lot of things that he's been saying for the past couple of months. A lot of fans didn't want to believe him. They said he didn't have any sources, but it looks like it's becoming more and more obvious that he was at least hearing something from somewhere all this time. He was been right about hearing things in the background this whole time. It says, big news, based on previous discussions between Panthers organization and Cam Newton's agents, it has been agreed upon to allow Cam and his agency team to seek a trade. Other details to follow. Now, the way this tweet reads, based on the discussions between the Panthers and the agents, it's been agreed upon and allow him to seek a trade. It sounds like, okay, it was a mutually agreed upon thing where, hey, Cam may have talked to the organization or may have reached out to Cam and said, look, things aren't going to be going too good this year. How do you feel about a trade? Cam's like, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, look, we really can't do things the right way. We can't make moves right now. So maybe it will be best for me to go ahead and make this move. Maybe try to go to a different team. I get a fresh start. Y'all get something in return, but that is not the case. In this Instagram post from the Panthers saying the exact same thing, Cam actually commented. He said, stop with the wordplay. I never asked for it. There is no dodging this one. I love the Panthers to death and will always love you guys. Please do not try and play me or manipulate the narrative and act like I wanted this. You forced me into this. Signed off with one love, all that kind of stuff. So the Panthers tried to mislead not only the fan base, but the football world by making it seem like this split was a mutual decision, kind of like they did with the Greg Olsen situation where they said it was a mutual agreement for the team and for Greg to part ways, and then Greg had to step up and say, hold up, no. Y'all approached me. I didn't really want to leave. Y'all told me that I just wasn't in the plans for the future. He moved on to Seattle. That's done and all good for. We understand how that works out. So it seems like the team is being very, very disingenuous with how they handle, I guess, big name, cornerstone players of the franchise leaving. They do not know exactly how to word things. It kind of sounds like they believe that they can say anything about anyone regarding any situation, and these players will not step up and speak up for themselves and set the record straight. That is not going to happen. Now look, Greg's a strong dude. He's his own man. He's going to step up and speak up for himself. But once you go at Cam, once you try to lie on Cam's name, that is disgusting. All right? That is just plain disgusting. And look, if y'all don't follow the channel for a while, y'all know that I've been one of the people here who has said there may be some good reasons for the Panthers to move on from Cam. I never said Cam was bad. I never said I thought Cam would have a bad season. I never said that Cam was going to be hurt this year. But I did say that quarterbacks who go in on their last year of the contract are always in a bad situation. No quarterback, no franchise quarterback has really ever been allowed to play the last year of their contract where a team had not already planned already to move on from him. You're looking at Kirk Cousins a few years ago with the Redskins. They got him to the end of his contract. Franchise tag, bet against him. He did pretty well. Franchise tag again. They paid way too much money, and the Vikings scooped him up. Looking at this Dak situation right now, Dak played the last year of his contract, and now the Cowboys don't know what to do with them. They have him on a franchise deal. They may actually get the deal done later on, but it's going to cost them way more money because more quarterbacks are getting paid. Tom Brady got to the end of his deal. He is not going to be on the Patriots anymore. And the reason you don't want your quarterback to play on the last year of their deal is because there's way too much risk involved for both the player and the team. If the team's allowed to go ahead and extend a quarterback with a year left on their deal before the season starts, then you're only negotiating with yourself and the quarterback. You're not in a bidding war with 10 other teams that need quarterbacks at the time. And from the quarterback side, you do not want to play with 1 year on your deal and potentially get hurt because then you have no more money coming in. If you do get another contract, it's going to be way less than your value. You want to have that security, that job security that lets you have, 3-4 years on the back end. So if you do get hurt, you still have later years to get healthy and you can still actually be on a team under contract, still getting paid. There's a lot more reasons why in this situation you would want to go ahead and extend Cam if you were going to keep him for this upcoming season. And if you weren't going to extend Cam at all, if you weren't going to look forward to actually signing him after this season or for at least 3 to 4 more years, then the best choice was to go ahead and trade him so you can get the $19 million in cap money. You can go ahead and get some picks for him, and you don't run the risk of already having a bad team in a bad season with a bad O-line. No one on defense. The team just signed 2 no-name nobodies who are both backups. They're both getting either $4 million a year or $6.5 million a year. It's not really much going on here right now. The team ain't going to be winning anytime soon. So you get that from an objective business perspective. And me as a Panthers fan, I would have wanted Cam to stay if we could extend him, if we can get a line in front of him, if we could guarantee he can be healthy and whatnot. But all this runaround, doublespeak, lying on players' names, misleading the situation, making it sound like one thing's happening when it's exactly the opposite thing that's happening. I am not with that. Just be honest. Be honest with the fans. Just be straight up. Obviously, there's going to be some fans who just do not like the idea of Cam leaving. I don't like the idea of Cam leaving, but I would understand under different circumstances than this why the team would decide to do that. If you're just honest and say, look, we don't know what Cam's health is, and due to the coronavirus, we can't really have all these guys traveling, meeting up in one area to watch Cam work out. Remember the workout we're supposed to have in March, around now, I guess? Obviously, we can't have that workout really anytime soon. Free agency starts up officially the next couple of days. We have the draft coming up in a month. Who knows when we're going to be able to actually have a workout for Cam? So it kind of does make sense. Look, you can't have the workout for Cam and actually evaluate how he's going to be. I mean, who's going to even have, how are you going to have Cam go to other teams? And if they're going to trade for him, they have to trade for him sight unseen. They have to trade for him not really knowing what his physical condition is, how that foot really is, how that shoulder really is. So when you look at the situation objectively and understand the team was never going to actually get a chance before actually having an opportunity to look at other guys to see just how healthy Cam is, you can kind of get a scope as to why the team might have thought, okay, right now is the time to just go ahead and say, we're looking for a trade partner for Cam Newton. But the way you go about it matters. And I'm sure y'all understand this. Y'all been in a situation where someone says something to you that you knew was true, that you knew was right, but the way they said it, the tone they used with you, hit you the wrong way. You're like, hey, bro, hey, that ain't the way you talk to me. That is not the way you speak to a man or a woman or anyone, really. That's not the way you come at me. Not like that. What you're saying might be facts, but I'm not going to go ahead and accept it right now because the way you saying it don't sound right. The way you say it don't sound very respectful to me or the situation we're in right now. And that's exactly how I feel with the Panthers right here. And the team tried to double back on it. And then you see some statements from Marty Hurney talking about one of the distinct pleasures of my career was selecting Cam with the first pick in the 2011 draft. Every year, difficult decisions are made and they are never easy. We have been working with Cam and his agent to find the best fit for him moving forward, and he will always be a Carolina Panther in our hearts. Okay, and then you can see David Tepper come through with his little statement. I'll leave it right here, man. It's a lot to say. I'm not going to even read it out here, man, because honestly, right now, this team, this organization, this front office has just been horrible. All right? I do not 100% disagree with the move. All right? I'll say it right now. I don't 100% disagree with moving away from Cam, given the circumstances that we won't see his workout, given the circumstances that we don't know how healthy he is, given the circumstances that we have to make a move for moving forward. If you're going to have him for this year and then not re-sign him, then you really just wasted $19 million. You don't get any draft picks in return for him. So that's just a waste of time for everyone, including Cam. If you let Cam play on this year of his deal, you risk him getting hurt behind this O-line. Now, we may get more players, and getting Russell Okung sounds nice, but honestly, the dude had blood clots, groin injuries. I'm not exactly sure just how healthy that man is playing left tackle, and I'm not sure how healthy or good the other left tackles are on the roster, so I'm not so sure about the O-line. I know for damn sure this defense as a whole is going to be pretty bad, so you're looking at a situation where you're not winning. The O-line's not great. You don't know how healthy Cam is. And even if Cam does come back healthy, do you really have protection to keep him that way for 16 games? And even if Cam is healthy for 16 games, how many wins are you going to get with the defense letting up 38, 40 points a game? So you understand, maybe you want to look forward to the future. Right now is not the right time to commit to Cam for 3-4 years moving forward. And if you want to commit to Cam after next year, it's going to cost you a lot more money, because if Cam does come out healthy and looking even decent this year on a contract, there's going to be teams who can outbid us for sure coming into 2021 for the free agency then. So it kind of makes sense, but this team handled this situation 100% in the wrong way. Now, we did talk a lot about David Tepper being extremely rich, being a hedge fund manager, going ahead and making a new practice facility, going ahead and making a new HQ in South Carolina, going ahead and making all these money moves, doing all these things in the community and whatnot, saying, yeah, we got a rich owner. We got a rich new owner. Don't act surprised now when a rich man does what a rich man does. For a rich man to put money out, he's got to finesse somebody. No one gets billions of dollars without finessing somebody. No one gets that rich, that wealthy, without someone else getting the short end of the stick. You got to understand, rich people do what rich people do. And what do rich people do? I'm going to leave that answer up to you. Cam says he's going to always love the Panthers, but it's going to be a little salty going forward. Look, man, I would not blame Cam if he had interviews and he took little back shots, little jabs at the organization, because we deserve it. 100%. That's how I'm going to leave it, though. What are your thoughts on this Cam situation, man? I know you have a lot of thoughts on this. Let me know everything in the comments below. Was it worth it? Was it not worth it? Do you agree with any part of this? Let me know, man. And you already know to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Being told y'all I been the man. Being told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.